Greetings, geeks and geekerellas. It is me. I am back with the second review of the night, Rise. Excuse me if I go a little lower on this one, because it is later at night. Partly because I also review Black Lightning, for those that don't know. So that's why this is always going to be late, or at least for the next 3 weeks. Also, if you watch my Black Lightning review, you know I've had a long day, so my mind is a little scatterbrained. Hence why I have my fire with me, so I won't forget people's names. So, this one's gonna be a little, well, first of all, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen the episode. I really liked it. Keeps getting better and better. But anyway, if you don't want to be spoiled, stop the video, watch it, and come back. But anyway, let's get into it, and I don't know where to start with this one. I guess we could go family by family. And I guess we'll start with the main family. Mazzucchelli family. Lou, main guy, his family. Him and his family, because he had an interesting arc in this episode, because he learned some checking himself some, and realization that he does have a dream, but also these are real people with real lives, and that he caused Simon's leaving. Because his play has abortion, gay couple, premarital sex, incest, and several other things that a good Christian family don't like. So that's what's going on. But also with the family, they had what's going on with Gordy, because Lou actually looks into it and realizes that his son cannot share a room with Gordy, and that it's pathetic that his son can't sleep in his own room. So, but he looks into the Foster family and finds out they're not that great. Like, they're not completely horrible, but they are very neglectful, and it's just one woman with what seem to be 5 teenagers. And while this was going on, Lou's wife actually bonded with Gordy, and through that bonding, he let her know what's really going on in his foster home. So by the end of it, she says that she cannot let him go back, so they'll figure something out. Meanwhile, his son, Oh, I'm sorry. I messed it up. Gordy is the name of the alcoholic son. I think his name is Matthias. No, it's not Matthias. It's Macius. Macius. Like I said, guys, long day. So Macius cannot live with his foster family because they're so bad, but needs to figure out something new because Gordy doesn't feel safe in his own room. And what was going on with Gordy is he basically was found out that the coach isn't going to give him any speeches, but he is going to work hard with the coach. And also kind of hit on the coach's daughter, Gwen. I believe that's her name. Yeah. If it's not, sorry. But coach kind of forbids it, but I think it'll be a little bit of a modern day sports art kind of Romeo and Juliet type thing, which I'm for. Which would also cause bigger rift between the coach and Lou. But Gordo actually does play a little football with his family at the end, so it looks like things are starting to go well. However, previews say that he's probably going to have a backslide. Anyway, since I was already talking about it, let's talk about the Stricklands. Gwen and the coach. Their family had some interesting stuff because the coach, let's call him Coach, he, as we know, he cheated on his wife. And so basically his story in this is basically trying to reconnect with his mistress, Lilani's mom. And I like what they're doing with her, but I also kind of feel bad for him. And we also see that his wife is giving him the cold shoulder, and that she's actually a costume designer and a pretty good one. Just, it also looks like they might be leaning towards her hitting on Lou, which I don't want, but I think will happen. Oh well. But then, I think that's actually that for that family. Then we got Simon's family, which I'm not going to even look up their name because I'm going on for too long now. But yeah, Simon's family was interesting because Simon lies to Tracy and Lou. Tracy being Rosie Perez's character. And so, because he didn't want to hurt their feelings, but when he finds out, he's like, I can change. Well, first he tries to go to Simon's parents, and they're like, heathen, go. But the mom has a little bit of hesitation. Then we see Simon talking to Lou, and Lou says, I can change your character, make him not gay, and change up the story if it will mean that you stay. And Simon's like, don't. Keep it as is. I need you to keep it as is. So basically that's making me think that he needs the play to be as is because he needs it as courage to come out. But it's interesting because then out of the blue when they're playing football at the end, the Musanellis or whatever they're called, Simon's mom shows up and she basically says, my grandmother, I think it was grandmother, used to say that it doesn't matter that we don't believe in the same thing. We just both have to believe in something. And what do you believe in? And of course he gives what we know his character. He says he believes in the kids and he believes in giving them building blocks to a bright future and not having them stay in shadow. Which makes her cry and I think is going to lead to maybe possibly Simon coming back. Yay! And I guess last thing I want to point out before I end this, because I've been going on for too long, is what happened with Robbie and his mom. His mom kind of fell out of bed because she was too strong-willed and didn't want help. But it was cool because we got to see more of him with his mother, which is always good because I already love their connection and their relationship. And it also kind of strengthens the stuff with Leilani and builds them closer as a ship, which is cool because I like them together. And I like also that they're not making him the typical football player, quarterback type guy. And while they're doing that, they're also not making him a copy of Finn from Glee. Like, he's got his own unique stuff with his mom and how he's kind of in touch with his sensitive side and seems to be smarter than Finn, which I still love Finn. He was one of my favorite characters. R.I.P. Corey, the guy who played him. And on that bright note, sorry, didn't mean to end on a downer, but I gotta end now because if I don't, I'll keep blabbering and go on forever. This is already going up late, as is. Anyway, I hope you will join me tomorrow for Krypton. Yes, that's right, I'm keeping up this 4-video week schedule, at least for the next 3 weeks, because that's how long Black Lightning's going. From there, we'll see. Maybe I'll stick to 3 again. Maybe I might go for another night. Who knows? But anyway, Krypton seems promising, and we'll see how it goes next week. And, I mean, tomorrow. Like, God, my brain is scattered today. Anywho, till next time, and beyond.